It says I'm live. And we're live. Yes. Welcome to episode 39 of New Beginnings. Because we're exciting everyone. And I haven't popped the chat out yet. Yeah, that might be an idea, wouldn't it? Yes. Let's just put that over here so I can see it. That would be handy, wouldn't it? Hope everyone is having a good day. Hope anyone watching this on playback has had a good day. I'm going to fumble more of my words, don't mind me. Hello, Sleva. Hope you're well. I don't know what we're doing. Hell, we haven't played this in so long, I can't even remember how to use the side panel or what buttons I had assigned to it. This is going to be fun. Deep breaths, everyone. This is going to be interesting. Yes, so sorry it's been a while. Motivation was lost, as always. I don't know why. I really shouldn't lose it. I like this game too much. No excuses. Anyway, let's see. So we're in this truck, the V8 MAN. We're doing a job from Sweden to Denmark. Let's finish that. Fingers crossed this goes to plan. One of these buttons turns the engine on. I think it's number 2. It is number 2, okay. No one coming. Alright. Let's do that. If the audio in the game, by the way, is too loud, do let me know. I'll be sure to... Oh yeah, I remember. So what had happened when we last played, I'm sure anyone who watched this on playback will know this, or was there live, I accidentally didn't notice the kink in this little intersection thing. So we're having to take a very scenic route to get back to where we need to be. Because I'm a bit of a div. Yeah. Sorry about that, people. But hopefully we shall be A-okay, because we're back on track. It's just that we ran out of time last time we streamed. So we're just making up for what we'd made a mistake with. I might have to move the side panel slightly. It's a bit too close to the steering wheel, I've noticed. And I'm also swerving because I'm trying to avoid bashing my arm on it. You know what? Let's ignore that, because chances are, as we progress through this stream, chances are things will become a bit more simpler anyway. Hello, Leona. Hope you're well. I saw you on the server earlier watching or playing Shower with Your Dad Simulator. Yes, I read the messages Tempe put in the barracks because I'd just come home from a bike ride. And yes, that was quite funny reading what she wrote. Glad everyone appreciated the waffle pictures, and this evening I was looking through old photos and I found that puppy picture of Lizzie. I had just moved in here, and yes, she and I have always been quite close. She's actually behind me at the moment. Hello, Cyrene. YouTube had unsubscribed you. I am very sorry that they unsubscribed you. Very sorry indeed. I hope that I can remain as entertaining as I've always been on this channel to keep you here. Yes. Simultaneously, I am a little bit unsurprised that people have been unsubscribed, because there was a bit of a weird... If anyone notices, like... this is going to sound strange. Viewer retention. We all have it, and I have it. No exception. And I usually retain quite a few views after the stream. Not the last one, though. The last one, by comparison, did a third of the views that we usually do, which is unfortunate. But at the same time, doesn't ultimately matter. It's just interesting. You know, that happens from time to time. I remember it happening when I was first growing this channel to try and get it monetized. And yeah, it's a bit strange when it does pop up, because it pops up suddenly where you just lose your audience. And in retrospect, you know, while we were having a very healthy and funny conversation, fun conversation, there were less people in the chat than usual, so I did notice, which does make things a little sluggish, but that's my fault. That's me. But at the same time, everyone will know this. There's always been an issue with unsubscribed bots. There have been issues with people simply not getting notifications. Give Lizzie love. After the stream, I will do that, but not while streaming. And yes, Karina, it was very entertaining. Hope you're well. Hope you enjoyed yourself in the VC today. Why Leona felt the need to whip the towels off is a mystery to us all. Yes, you would never willingly unsubscribe. One day I'm going to be cancelled, and that will be tested, Cyrene. When that day comes, I'm going to hold you to that. But yeah, it happens from time to time, and it's unfortunate that there is... Oh, I'm not going to change lane. No, I am. No. No, you're too slow. There's always going to be an issue. Every so often it happens, it's a blip. We just carry on. That wasn't why, for the last 2 weeks, by the way, that I didn't stream. I couldn't be bothered. I think also... I also had other things going on that took my attention away. So, there was that. I knew you were watching that. Well, I was reading the chat, but I wasn't, obviously, watching her gameplay, because I'd have to join the VC for that. Cirx wants to pick about your post and the server having @everyone on them. Some have said it's the only way they know you're live. Yeah, that's irritating. But at the same time, the server is there for patrons anyway. And for server, channel members, if they know how to use it. And for Twitch subscribers. My view is, if you're interested in this, great. If you're interested in something in the readings, great. And so on. I take no issue, really. Of course, I would love nothing more than to get people more engaged in other things, but I'm not going to. I don't care enough to force it. Hello, Snack Sabbath. I like that name, by the way. I like that name a lot. I really like that name. Come on. I need to make this delivery, or this horrible, cringy music won't stop, and I won't be able to put my guy to sleep. I'm going anyway. Let's just do that. Do we need fuel? No, we have a full tank. No, we got... Oh no, we're getting nearer to an empty tank. I keep forgetting which one it is. That's not the handbrake. That is. Aha, I remembered one. I remember 2 buttons so far. Is that the window wiper? That's not the window. Okay, they're the windows. Okay, that's progress. How fast are we allowed here? Probably low at 50 anyway. Sorted. We is in Denmark. That's okay. Progress. Are we going... Truly invincible. Cringe. Is this the window wipers? No, they're the lights. Okay, those are the window wipers. Okay, I've now worked out... No, I have not. I haven't worked the buttons out at all. Stop. Thank you. Okay. Reducing speed is the other button. Okay, that's... I haven't avoided sleep. I've just, I'm waiting. Can't have me do this when I've got to hand this in. Silly game. Okay, I need to assign a button for that. Can I do that? I could, but I'm not gonna. Effort, right? Hello, Shard in Hand. I'm going to pre-warn this by saying, behave yourself. Too sick, need to drink to dull the pain. I hope whatever it is you're drinking then is medicine. And hello, Karma. So I call you Karina. Sorry about that. Hope you're having a good day today. Hope everyone is, actually. Right, we're going to hit the sleep stop, which is just over there. And I'm going to break some rules. I'm not indicating because, you know, we need to sleep. We're rebels, everyone. What is sleep? Well, that's an often debated question. Many will say a lie, a myth. That thing you have that doesn't actually help at all. Okay. We need fuel at some point soon. So, we'll get a job. And when we leave Kiel, we'll make sure that... Chicken meat, no thank you. Le Havre. Natural rubber. Okay, olive to... I would rather go this way to here. This sounds strange, but I'd rather go through Germany than touch France. So I think we're going to deliver the olives, because screw France. Also, I noticed something. So first of all, this is going to be coming soon. But also, the Heart of Russia is coming out later this year. A DLC for Russia. That's not even Europe. But we're going to get more Russia, which I think is fantastic news. I'm very happy about that. I think this game should take over the whole bloody world at this point, and I'm totally excited and down with that. You did your first Blood Moon. Congratulations. I've heard they've changed the dynamics for that. Did I accept the job? I didn't, did I? Because if I did, it would have changed menu, wouldn't it? Grumble. There we go. Right. I'm glad we're in agreement, Dowley. We cannot be having this France stuff going on here. Hang on, which one's the lights again? That one. On the way out, we'll go that way because I saw a fuel stop there. I'll be honest, Karina. It's less about the German roads and more about me not wanting to go near France. We don't drive on surrender here. We can't do that. It's against our creed. Autobahn is beautiful. I'll take your word for that. I mean, there aren't many... If I remember, there is... I'll use that term for certain... or auto pass, so I've sometimes confused the two because I'm a bit of an idiot. In like the roads in Germany, they don't have any toll booths, but they do in a lot of them in France, and they have loads in Poland, and I hate it. I hate it all. Okay, I need to assign a button for coupling, and then remember which one it is on this keyboard. That should be one of these switches down the bottom here. Yeah. Any interesting hopes for GMOs in the future? No, because the EU bans a lot of them, and the UK probably will not explore them because... No. I don't see too much of a problem. I think the idea is the genetic argument of, you know, we lose what they really were. I'm like, well, archive some then, okay? GMO, genetically modified. I'll be honest, if it's modded anything like the way the Steam community mod some games, I'm down for it. I'm down for that. I'd like my corn to be served with a payday mask attached to each one of them. I think it'd be quite funny. But that's just me. Do we have what we came for? We do. Okay. Oh, and let's have a quick look. Are we going to be going past? No, we're not. we're going to go this way. Because there's a fuel stop right there and I want it. To be honest, that doesn't really muck up our route too much. What we'll do is, we'll then go that way. Yeah. Because we're covering some untouched road there. And then we can come across and... oh, straight down. Why don't I go there and then down? You know what, I'm not even going to bother asking. Corn... well, there's that option. If you're at all interested in corned milk. My horn sucks. Okay, I didn't turn the joystick on this, did I? Okay. I may have to move the... work out, even, the best position for the side panel. Because the depth of the groove that it attaches to my desk with, it's quite difficult to... I've got very limited space, basically, for where I can put it and where I can put the steering wheel. Unless I have something else in the future that... my horn is quite embarrassing, yeah. It's not the size of the horn, okay? Don't judge my horn. Yeah, it's not the best one. Take your time, Volvo. Yeah, no, I'm going. Thank you. Let's... sod's law, now it says it's on the other side, right? The fuel stop, that is. So how has everyone been today? I haven't asked yet, and I do apologise. I, myself, thank you for asking, have had a semi-busy day. I was going to do some... 1 second. Thank you means, well, the truck isn't horny enough. Thank you for the £3 donation, that's very kind of you. Yes, very generous. I was meant to do tomorrow's BitChute video, but I didn't. Instead, I decided to wait, watch some videos, and go for a bike ride with a brother-in-law and his friend. We didn't go very far, only did about 7 kilometers, because we just went for a little ride around a little forest. Which is fine by me, to be honest. Brother-in-law came over, and my sister... youngest, who doesn't live here, she came over and brought her dogs and all her kids, which caused issues because my sisters, they had plans and decorating mostly. Those plans kind of went by the side, meaning that, well, some of it got done. The bathroom, the damp seal paint has been applied, the ceiling was sanded, and by the extension that was also damp sealed, which is great. I'm absolutely fine with that because it's something done, but we were also meant to be doing the outdoor, extending the base for the cabin to be moved, but at this point I'm not inclined to believe it can be moved with people without it being disassembled and reassembled, which will cost as much as the cabin is to buy. So it's a bit of a weird one. Although there are options, we don't have the time to wait for people to dawdle, and sadly there is one person I know who is dawdling on this, and it's a bit of a weird one. In Germany we don't say come on, When someone is driving on the left lane, he says, we say, sorry. No. I don't speak loser. I'm kidding. I just can't pronounce any of those words. You had a nice time in VC. I'm glad you did. Glad you did. Which moves over you, absolute slow obstacle. Okay. Where's the cat? She has a house in the garden with a heated blanket and a little house inside the house made of fleece. She basically lives there. She doesn't come into the house unless it's to get food now. Which is fine. She has a nice house. I'm gonna treat the wood so it weathers naturally anyway, but so it will last longer as well. I want to redo the felt on the roof just to give it a better quality, because I'm looking at it and I'm seeing cracks already, and my view is, why not improve that? And so I will. And I did not see that corner before it was too late. Having a great day, got into some streaming. I saw you stream Left 4 Dead earlier. Bottled your mead, going for a run. Nice. You've had a productive day. Upon returning, I was going through the beers, because normally I take a beer for myself and the brother-in-law and his friend, just in case he joins us. And we were looking at the beers I had available in my little mixture of random beers. And we found a very small can which had 7% on it, and we were like, hang on a second. For a can, that's a lot stronger for an IPA than usual. And so we're like, right, we'll save this for the friend. And what we'll do, because, I mean, the guy likes beer anyway. We found the 2 weakest IPAs, and we'll drink those. Yeah. And go from there. See how he takes it. Klingon wine. Cool. That sounds like fun. I have like 2nd grade knowledge on the German language, so I understood like 8 words. Oh, okay. Well, you understand more than me then, because I don't speak any. I think I know how to count to 10. When I started commenting on Meg's live streams, I was desperately trying to make him say German things. He tried like once, maybe. Yeah. I can't. I'm sorry. I can't speak. No. I can barely manage English, and you all know this. There is no point trying to make me suffer through German as well. I did French and Spanish in school anyway. German wasn't taught, and I have no interest in learning German. I have no reason to either. Realistically. Sorry. So upon returning from the bike ride, we ended up cleaning up because Waffle, he did actually do something really naughty, actually genuinely naughty. And I'm not talking about when he walked up to my sister's bedroom door and took a dump in front of it, or the fact he went up to my other sister's bedroom door and did it there as well. No. No, the damp seal paint was sealed in a container, and he knocked it over to try and attack a cat. And in doing so, the paint went everywhere in the hallway. And so, I was using my scraper that I use on my 3D printer in the grooves of the flooring to get the paint out of the grooves so it didn't set in there. And we were high bleach mopping, and because it has to be done with a very high, because some of it will set otherwise. You can't risk that. As much as you don't want damp, we don't need the damp seal on top of the floor. Just in case you thought otherwise. And that was a bit naughty of him. So I politely told him off. And I don't have to do anything aggressive to tell him off. Simply tap on the nose, one finger, no poking, like just a rap. No. And he gets it. Heads up, Black Desert is online free now. I don't know what that is, Shard in hand. I'm very sorry. Started a big batch of orange mead. Sounds interesting. Sounds interesting. In truth, I haven't touched mead in ages. I really haven't. It's not because I don't want to, it's because I'm trying to shred a little. So things like that and sweets can all go in the bin. Like March is no chocolate March for me. I'm genuinely trying this. Okay, my sister gave me 2 bars of white chocolate Oreo dairy milk. They're in the bottom drawer of my desk. I haven't touched them. We're not, it's not because like I'm getting super fat or anything. I just need to not eat as much, that's all. But that's just me. Wait, oh, you've got to be kidding me. It's that bloody exit again, isn't it? Ah, I saw that at the last second again. I hate these intersections. The red line is too thick on the road and doesn't give me a clear indicator of a different line. You absolute melt. Let's have a look. Oh, it would have been a simpler route as well. Okay, hang on, what we do? Take that away. Oh, I still go down this way anyway. The route would still take me that way. Okay, so we've got to do a few extra miles here. That's fine. That's fine. Never mind. Okay, not that. Which one's the light? That. That way I don't forget. I'm trying not to crash, Leona. I am trying, but I haven't played this in a while, and my arm keeps resting on the side panel. I feel very uncomfortable with it there. I might pause quickly, actually, and just see. Can I move it along a little? I think I can. Oh, hang on. How do I undo this? There we go. Right. Let's go. No USB cable. Kindly move over. Does that go there? It does. Aha. That's better. I have more space. Perfect. This should make things a bit easier on us. I think with the driving, I am out of practice. That's a me thing. I can't handle all that thick. Yeah, sorry, Karina. I have limitations on how much thick I can handle. You can now decide if that's all the C's or CK. That's entirely up to you. I don't care enough. Might have a quick sip of water while we're on a semi-straight road. Stay hydrated, kids. But yeah, Waffle made a bit of a mess. He was quite calm earlier before I went for a ride. I had him sat on my desk chair. He came into my room, literally stole a drumstick, a fairly beaten up one, because I have a drum pad. It's a rubberized, it's a wood frame with a big block of rubber in the middle. You can sit with it on your lap and you can just start hammering away. And every so often I do that, maybe once or twice a week, for about 15-20 minutes. It's good fun. It's quite cathartic, to an extent. So he went up to one of my... He grabbed the beaten up drumstick and he looked at me with it in his mouth and just walked out. I have the drumstick back, by the way. I may have to bin that one at some point, but it's still usable. I'll wait until it like actually snaps. I think that's going to be quite a satisfying feeling. Either that or I'll stick it in a bonfire. Give it a burial. Hero's burial. I'll put it in a little boat and sail it out to sea. Hit it with a burning arrow. I should probably slow down here. Yep. Indicate. This is the exit I, well, have to take to make up for the fact I missed mine. Wrong button. There it is. Yeah, Waffle's a good boy. I got lots of pictures today. Yeah, he was a genuinely good kid, good pupper. But it was that one thing where basically Bob was asleep in my sister's room. My nieces had left the door open whereas I had left it pulled to, and he'd seen Bob. Now Bob got on really well with him when he was a puppy because they could wrestle and they were the right size. But now Waffle's a really big, heavy-handed thug, and he chased Bob, which was really silly. Really silly. And he knocked over all that paint. It was a lot of mess. And the worst part was the timing. My sisters had ordered takeaway, and it had arrived while that mess was being cleared up in the hallway. So I had to keep Waffle behind my leg, open the door partially, but because I'd opened the door, there's a wind tunnel generated in the house because of it, because the back door was open. So I had all this pressure from the door being pushed into me, Waffle pushing into the back of my leg, and grabbing these rather obscenely large bags of takeaway from the local chippy. It was not nice. But at least the mess is cleared up. I mean, that's a consolation, right? I think the only other thing I did was tidy my desk up properly. It's now tidy. There's a few miniatures on it, but they're Lord of the Rings. They're the ones I'm working on. A Megazord figurine and a letter opener. Everything else is stored properly. Hello, Leo. Hope you're well. So I mean, at least I got something done. Oh, and some nerdy brass stuff related to naval things. We're in a 60, aren't we? Okay, we'll do 60. We can indulge in this lower speed limit. We're not in a hurry. Did you enjoy the takeaway? I didn't have any. No. We don't do them things. No. I was offered chips, but I can't. I really do need to lose a little weight. So we're not doing that. No. I need to reduce the heavy mouth breathing, okay? Just gotta cut. It bugs me, alright? No, I'm kidding. I don't care. Actually, that felt really good, so I'm going to do that more often. I kid. It doesn't matter to me. It's more of a principled thing. I don't generally do them. I think next on my agenda is to use the beer box that arrived and put some alcohol in that box and put it with the rest of my alcohol, so until the oh no! Oh, I read the chat at the wrong time. You're dicks. You're all absolute mongs. Absolute dicks. Alright, we'll do it this way. No. You did that on purpose, game. I know you. Sorry, I read the chat with Leo's message there, and I do apologize. No offense, that's not a shot at you, Leo. That was quite an interesting message, but I'll read it in a moment properly, so do apologize. Next on my list will be to move the alcohol until the other cabin arrives. I then have treated the floor and bought a suitable cabinet to move it all into. That's something I've never had, and I'd very much like that. Leo, so I heard the call Nick gave to his associates for their vids on John. I've seen the video. I'm not overly fond of recorded calls. I need to put something behind my chair, by the way. I've just noticed it's really starting to bug me. My chair keeps pushing back, and it's getting on my nerves a bit. So yeah, I'm not overly fond of that. I can understand why it happened, I just don't care for it. Hello Lulubell, hope you're well. Hang out with you, so being dicks is a given, indeed. You could totally go down that route of dad noises and tag yourself as ASMR. No. Ha! Dat Road Rage. Well, it's certainly something. I'm surprised you're not fined yet. Do forgive me here, Leo. I have no idea what that meant. Oh, do you mean fined as in has been given a fine? Which would make actually sense. You're just missing the letter E. I get why Nick did it, but not like giving it out. I think it's about washing hands. I think. I personally, I would never have done a video on that. I think the call itself, very important, and it did show some rather damaging aspects of John. I don't see him coming back from it. And we're talking about somebody who had all the potential to be up there with Tro. Genuinely, all that potential wasted. Hello, John. Ah, you're Ren's partner. Hi. Interesting thing, John. In the chat, you mentioned, I know you also brew stuff. Karma's been brewing mead at the moment as well. Thought I'd just mention it. Hope you've been well. It's been a while since we last spoke. But yeah, the whole giving that call out. I mean, I'll be honest. There's no version of this where John could use it and say, "Look what these creators would do to me," because they're people he regarded as friend. However, since he lied to their faces, I'm inclined to believe I don't think he regarded them as friends anyway. And he certainly can't make commentary videos like he has done, so he may have to switch to a different type of commentary. Maybe historical coverage, like Kraut did when he finally came back. That might be an outlet if he's interested. I know he wanted to be more like a journalist as well, and his documentary styles were very, very well made. But yeah, no, he's done. I might have to alter my intro to my next Content Constable because I mentioned one of his videos. But so far, the only edit I've added to the intro part, it's done essentially the intro. The only thing I've done is screenshots proving that I did plan to do the video I'm planning to do before him and Diorio made their videos. Because I legit had planned this several months before their videos came out. And it made me so salty when theirs came out, because nobody had done one like this. And they kind of beat me to it. But that's, I can only hold myself responsible for that, because I really should have done better. John could do movie reviews. Maybe. I don't know if he'll ever be as good as I Hate Everything. Or video games, perhaps. His videos are being torn apart. I didn't know that. Perhaps fill me in on that after the stream. Or send me a message explaining that, perhaps with some evidence. I would appreciate anything that... yeah, that would be handy. My view is his videos are good. And I know others have said this, that you don't judge his content on his mistakes, or his content still stacks up. His content does. It does. But now we know that the person behind it is a pathological liar. Is somebody that will lie to your face over a lie they have told and put on 18 pages of Google documents because they can't be bothered to simply just fess up, accept the L and move on. It is a level of arrogance. It's arrogance. And in this, because he's disappeared off the internet, he also can't take criticism. He can't take it. He's naffed off. It's a growing trend. I've always been open about the amount of criticism I've taken over the years, and I'll take all of it. I don't care, because it's criticism. If you make a mistake, get criticized. If someone makes a mistake criticizing you, criticize them. But perhaps be a little bit respectful. Nice. Thanks. You suck. It's just, I don't know. A lot of these bigger channels have proven themselves to be found, I don't know, wanting. And also idiots. Unable to admit when they are wrong about something, which is just cocky. And it's done a lot of damage to people. Stay hydrated, kids. It'll be interesting to see when he does resurface. Let's go with that. I'll be interested to see what he does. But I don't know what he can do. And that same applies to... I know Turkey Tom is in high school, apparently. But he's been away since his Pyrocynical videos. He's not been active on any social media at all. I remember when his Google.com Pyrocynical dropped, and people were all over it. They're like, this just destroys Pyro. My view is I don't care anymore, you know? Getting together, start brewing a barley wine. Huh, it is Igor. Yeah, I knew it was. I recognised you, John, from Twitter. I hope your barley wine turns out well, mate. I don't agree so back on topic for a sec, guilt by association or anything. I really don't. But the problem is here with what's happened over the last 4 months, I'd say, is that the commentary community has flip-flopped a few times now, and it's always been more reactionary and less. So I didn't comment on John Swan stuff until John Swan apologized. Until he offered the apology, I'd said nothing. I'd been sent sources by, I think, Leona. She'd been collecting them for a while, and I said I won't touch it because it's not enough. I can't. I need this to be resolved. And I think people commenting immediately in the heat of the moment, when they give the opinion, it does cause issues because they're having to constantly change their opinion. He just made a joke video, troll vid on Boblacks. Are we referring to Turkey Tom here? That's interesting if he has. I may have to go check that out. I'm curious. If only John was honest and not as stubborn as he was with the situation. Things would turn out differently, but hey, what could you do? He could have told the truth and not played victim from the start, and then said he was going to clear his honourable name. Not that anyone could prove that he said that now. He deleted his Twitter. Oh, I'm intrigued by the Turkey Tom video, because if he wants to dump on the commentary community, or troll, that's fine. But the fact he's left the Pyro videos up is quite interesting. I mean, it drives traffic, but it does hurt his channel at the same time. Second channel? I didn't know he had a second channel. Okay, my mistake. Oh well. Yeah, so John, I tend to agree, especially as a number of them have been well and truly exposed. Especially those who are more individual. I'm going to ignore, for example, Tro, because Tro has always had a team. And it's one of the reasons I'm not a huge fan of his. Because Tro isn't one person, Tro is many people. Right? It's just... thank you for letting me know, Leona and Leo. I do apologise. I don't know how many of these people are. They are commentary channels, Lulu Bell, who have been found to be... well, Turkey Tom is a... I can't really say he's a bad person or did anything wrong. He did what he felt was right. That's it. But he did shift the nature of the argument to... I'm not arguing from a legal position, but a moral position. Forgetting here that all laws are derived from morals. It's always been that way. It's just a very... it's not as simple. But with John, it's very simple. Dream a massive Minecraft YouTuber, mention John as someone who changed their account to Be Dream and then sent inappropriate messages to people, including some rather interesting profanities beginning with N and ending with And yeah, John denied it, but it was proven to be him. It's like, right. Yeah. I mean, it's free content for a lot of people out there right now, and they are well within their rights to make that content because, especially if they've been scorned by John, you're gonna lash out, and I think that's always going to be the case. Some people should, I think, be magnanimous in victory and just simply say, I've heard this, I'm not going to respond to it, I'm moving on, I'm better than you, move on, yeah. I would say, so when John mentioned investigative, the more recent commentary communities, those that do the documentary stuff, it's just, they put a lot of effort in the visual, and the statements do look amazing. It does. It's such high production quality. Even John's, high production quality. Turkey Tom's, high production quality. Edwin's Generation, even though I think he's a massive hipster twat, high production quality. He accused me of victim blaming. I'm not okay with this. But whatever. To make that applicable, the definition had to be altered slightly. Don't think I didn't notice. And all three of them, by the way, John, Edwin, and Tom, are kind of nowhere to be seen at the moment because each one of them has done something that has caused a problem. Tom, it was everything related to Pyrocynical, because yeah. But previous to that, his videos are good. I've watched a few, they're alright. Yeah. If that's the style of content you make, that's good content. It's not for me. I prefer to make things more regular, because I like being busy and active, and watching videos all day to write a script does not make me feel like I've done something. Which is why you don't see many content constables, by the way. With Edwin, he does a lot of documentary styles, but he considers himself a journalist. And problem there is, he's not a journalist. You're a... Ooh, sugar. I just realised the steering wheel's not clamped to the desk. There it is. Well, it was, but it wasn't tight enough. And I really need to get some kind of door stop for the back of my chair to stop it moving forward every single time I stream. Because when I put my foot on the pedal, it then pushes me back. With Edwin, he does the production quality, yes. But because of the journalism thing, he believes himself above certain things. His level of arrogance. He can't handle criticism. He's never been able to handle it. He plays victim at the first opportunity. And he featured in the Chris Hansen documentaries on Onision on Discovery Plus. Chris Hansen dumped on him. He did, he dumped on him. And fun fact here is, Edwin's been critical of Hansen and Shiloh. Shiloh and Hansen took a massive dump on Edwin when he contributed in that documentary. Quality can lead to a perceived speaking from a level of authority. That's a very good point. It leads to a very interesting sort of fallacy. And arrogance. And with John Swan, his were good. They were good. Until he got caught out as being a massive liar. Which, while the video points themselves, if you don't think about John, aren't taken away, they are true. Sadly, there will always be a conflation between the two. And it will always be difficult to... it will always be difficult to use his documentaries as a template for anything respectable. Rosie Tom will come back with a video about John. Too opportunistic. He should do it anyway. I mean, he could do a recap 6 months later. I tend to think he should do that on the Pyrocynical stuff. But I think it'll do some damage to his channel again. But at the same time, I mean, this is the thing with the Pyro thing for Tom. When even his own audience said, you've got the wrong, this is the wrong stance, he ignored it. Now, he might well be in the right. Who knows? I couldn't possibly say, and I won't ever comment on it. It's just not, I'm not doing that again. Okay. I took the lumps, I took the L and decided, screw it. It's easier for me to just walk away, right? And yeah, Shardenhand, don't, as much as I don't like Onision. I would never wish ill on him. It's not good optics or in good taste. More in good taste, to be honest. If Tom does come back, good on him. But he might be treated with more respect. Although equally, it's possible he doesn't really care about the commentary community anyway, but he's a part of it whether he likes it or not. I think more will turn their attention towards those who just put out regular, good content. And so I think, for example, Boblax will probably be someone many would look towards. Just on principle. So his videos on autism, very interesting. And his videos on Twitter, it's very little opinion, which is handy. Covers it very thorough. He reads through all the tweets. I would love to hear him put some enthusiasm into that reading, but at the same time, he gets to the point, which is important. And so possibly him. I don't know who else really. I mean, Tipster's growing, but I think he doesn't have, much like myself, he's not as big a draw as someone like Boblax. Got to run. Aaron's set up with, I'll jump back in if you're still going. I hope I am. Speak to you soon, John. Enjoy your errands. Cordwit is... You got the shaft? Yes, he's gone as well, I believe. I've never heard of them. Willie Mac is growing. I'd only recently heard who they were. Because of this, actually. And I like that... So no offence to Willie Mac at all, but he did a recap saying he was the only one that did it. And I'm sat here like, fam, I did that recap on Saturday. Like, 5 days before you. I mean, I know I'm not a huge channel or anything. Come on. Just popped in for the engagement. Thank you. Smash the like button now. I would very much appreciate it. I need to have a sip of water now. Stay hydrated, kids. I think the whole incident has taught people a valuable lesson about individual integrity. Because now you should always question people anyway, even if they're your friends. Obviously, you want to trust your friends. Obviously. But you should always treat everything with a level of skepticism. I come from the time of the skeptic clones, and people say the skeptic clones, they lacked originality, they lacked critical thought, they were lazier style of content, and arguably, yes, no, not even arguably, yes, the visual style. Hello, Zombie Teddy, hope you're well. It was a lazier style. It was a moving backdrop and a still avatar. Unless you're Armoured Skeptic, in which case it was about 12 different stills, all stolen from Google Images, along with other stock images taken, but you claim because you own a suit and you have that helmet, you have the right to the images you used. But then the backdrops were done, and no lie, the argument was that the reason people used moving backdrops was to help those that were autistic retain the attention to watch the video. But my view was, if it's a moving backdrop and an avatar, people don't need to look at anything on the screen, because not many actually bother to put evidence on the screen in the first place. And also, it was a different time. It was a different time. People weren't interested in doing documentaries because it wasn't a thing. I don't even know who the first person was to start doing documentary-style videos, but I think I Hate Everything, arguably, as a commentator, is one of the best, one of the most consistent. There was another lazier style up there with that. It was simply ripped off gameplay from someone else's channel, or your own, or someone had submitted it to you so you could use it, and you did commentary over that. It was always a thing. I don't know who within like this version of the commentary community was the first to start doing documentary style videos. I know I started doing Content Constable before like people like Tro covered her, like Amber and Nick Ocado for that matter, and I'm happy with that. Still get salty when people reply, why did you do these videos when Tro did his? And I'm sat here like, that video was done 2 years before he did his. Interesting. I don't know if they can count as documentaries, though. I never really consider them that. I just think of them as longer format, regular content. Just done irregularly. Because they were never meant to be, you know, a thing. Anyway, it doesn't matter, I guess. I think people have to learn now to be more skeptical of those they consider friend. And that's unfortunate that people are in this position. But at the same time, they'll get beyond that. And they should question their own friends. The skeptics did that. They always did that. And so, while their content was lazier, the character of the person was always consistent. And that's important. I need to find a sleep stop. Oh, there's one up ahead anyway. We're good. Like, the skeptic community had a bunch of rules. I'm not a big fan of Tro either, to be fair, Stuart. I've always said it. It's like, I can appreciate what they do. But since it takes several people to make the video, I always have a bit of, I don't know, reluctance to get involved. Because I know it took more than one person to make a video. Whereas, for example, me, when I do content constable, it takes just me. And also, I remain consistent on this. I've said the same thing about Slipknot. Because it takes 9 people to make a good album. I'm not entirely sure I mean, it is a damning statement of the quality of musician. But at the same time, 9 different types of, you know, instrument are being played. So I get it at the same time. It's just not for me. Oh, my fuel level's low again, isn't it? That one, and that one. I think Primink was involved as well. People sometimes get confused by numbers. That's true. Okay. We're going to go down there and hit the sleep. Ah! Itchy head. There we go. We're on to a winner. Nick got the info. Yeah, I know. It was, yeah. Doesn't you trust them? It means that you don't blindly believe. I've always taken a position of I'm never going to blindly believe somebody. Also going to put my trainer behind my bloody chair. Oi, get behind there. That's better. No, that's too far. There we go. Sorry. Yeah. I don't, in all the years I've been on YouTube, I don't think I've ever come across somebody that that has lied to my face about anything, because I've never really been too involved in the communities that I was involved in, which sounds really strange, but I really wasn't involved. I always stayed out of it. It's when the skeptics fell, I guess, or collapsed. I wasn't involved. I was already doing other things. I think around that time, I just produced the first Amberlin Reed video. My attention was on trying to get that video monetized. And this newer commentary community, I'm not involved in it either. I've only briefly tweeted to Tipster. I did get mentioned by Quartering in a recent video of his concerning the zombie kill stuff, which I did intend on doing a video for Monday as like a whole thing recap, because there's other things that happened over the course of time, and I wanted to touch it when it was done, if that makes sense, because people haven't said sorry. They've gone on like scorched earth tactics, and it's terrible. Anyone that you operates with scorched earth in mind is generally a trash human being. And I apply that to anyone that's gone out of their way because they can't handle taking responsibility for their cock up to delete a lot of things just cause. I mean, there is context. I'm not including relationships between people where you delete your own social media posts about that. No, I'm not including that. I'm including someone being a really terrible person and knowing they're going to get busted, so they're clearing their history so no one notices anything. Oh yeah, Zombie Kills is classy. I will cover that on Monday. I'll do the notes tomorrow. Yeah, I'll do the video tomorrow for Monday. I need to sort out BitChute and Moisky live as well. So BitChute will be first. I'll do that tonight. I do think I'm meant to be doing something this evening, so I'll try and get it done before then, or during, depending on what it is. If it's nothing too strenuous. On other positive news, right? I just remembered. Earlier before the bike ride, I got on Enter the Gungeon. I was like, screw it, let's have a go at my favourite, the Marine. And I finally, with the Marine, I did it. I completed the game with him, beat the dragon. I then got the gun and went into the past, and with half a heart left, yeah, one more hit and I was dead, I beat the past. I was like, I'm so happy. That's 3 out of 4. I also looked up how to acquire other characters. So, for example, the robot. You acquire the robot by taking the TV screen on the 2nd floor and delivering it to the woman in the forge. No lie. Take it to her, and she will then, yeah, you then get to have a robot and do an entire campaign with a robot who doesn't have health, they have armor. So one hit, you lose an armor. And the past battle for that is defeating, air quotes, the last human. And then when you do, all the robots power down and go to sleep because they've completed their mission. Which is typical, really, isn't it? But there's also a bullet wearing a cape. I found out there are bullets I've encountered that had capes on, but they weren't attacking me. If you leave them alone 5 times, they will disappear, and it will then spawn in the start zone a bullet. So yeah, I've now found out I can get 2 characters. There are others you have to unlock. A paradox. I now know how to unlock a paradox version of the character, because you need to unlock a paradox anyway. And to do that, you simply stand on one of those tears in space and hit E, I think. Yeah. Next time I stream that, I'll look into one of those 3, starting the ball rolling, unlocking more characters, but we are going to be doing it with the pilot, because he's the only one left whose past I have not done. Doing the past with all 4 also unlocks characters anyway. So I'm very excited about that. I was very proud, because I got basically, I won it with such a rubbish weapon. Basically what I had a balloon which fired little whirlwinds, but I also had an add-on that fired 3 at once because it scatter shot them, and then another one that turned them into stout, like massive hurricanes, massive ones. When I emptied that, I got my origami gun out, which I'd just bought a map on the 1st level, turned the map into my origami gun, and fired maps at people as airplanes, but it fires 4 at once. So I beat the bloody dragon with paper airplanes and air. Oh, and a teeny tiny turtle, no lie, with a space helmet on, firing at the dragon. And no, I am not joking. I legit had that. And it was quite a lot of fun, because I had some really powerful weapons that I could have used, but I was like, nah, screw it, we'll use these, have some fun. Yeah, Leo, I play it on Twitch. Twitch.tv/TheRealOmegon. Very, very good fun. And yeah, I made some good progress by doing the Marine one. It means there's only the pilots left. I'm doing a current run with him. I'm 2 levels in, and I've already got a few weapons. I've got a decent array of weapons, so we're okay. I hope to also, once I've got all 4 of the pass done, do the rat in his lair, the resourceful rat. Unlock more characters. Yeah, and do all the challenges. Get through it. Because, yeah, we've got something here. And I was quite happy with doing it with him earlier. I know now to do the TV might be the next one I try. Because the TV, I know where it is. Getting it to the location, ideally, you want to use the pilot. Because he has 2 slots to carry items. One of which will be his lockpick, but you can replace the lockpick. But every time you jump roll, the TV drops out of your pocket. So what you want to do is, if you have to jump over ledges, you have to launch it at something. Throw it across. Have I ever tried Warframe? Yeah, but I got bored. I run from one side of the map to the other, or pick up an item, and you just blitz through things. I know that it changed a lot and it got more interesting, but I lost interest at that point. Let's not forget here, when I had to construct the gun that can kill the past, I did it. Over 2 streams, I got all the items and managed to get them there, and that wasn't easy. I was very stressed. I think I can do the TV. That would get me the robot. And I think I can do the bullet. The gunslinger will be an interesting one. I don't know how to get that one. But there are other things as well. We can do it. Oh, you mean the Lich, Leo? That Lich, I've... There are 3 rounds with him. I've seen it. It does not look like fun at all. Ideally, I'd want the railgun with it, or the minecutter. But a minecutter that's been souped up with stout rounds and scatter shot, solely so that the shot then is a lot thicker, a lot denser, and fires even more. Basically, killing the past is a part of the story that you didn't survive. So with the hunter, she gets it, but because of that, she then gets cloned. Her mind gets put into another body, ends up in the dungeon. The convict gets arrested. The pilot does not survive the encounter or when he does flee, he ends up at the dungeon because he doesn't survive the conglomerate mothership that attacks. And with the Marine, he does not survive the large interdimensional blob that attacks. By the way, that thing is a nightmare to beat with the gun I had. I thought me tapping the mouse would make me fire faster. No, it's faster if I just hold the button down. But he brings in minions as well. And the reload is slow. The magazine is small. So I'm a spider. So what is a fun new anime you may like? I don't actually do anime, I'm afraid. Sorry, it's not for me. Yeah, you go back to correct your failure. That's the point. It doesn't stop you being in the dungeon at all. It's just correcting the past. I think in the first one, so the pasts, you get arrested if you're a convict. The pilot would run away. The Marine might also run away, actually. I think he does too. And I think the Hunter gets cloned or put into another body, because I don't see how she escapes the situation she's in, surrounded by a ring of, well, damaging shots. So in reality, I think that's the reality there. You can, by the way, do the pasts for the bullet, which is very funny. You can do the pass for the robot, which I've already told you about. The pass for all but the paradox, I believe. I think you get stopped by the Lich, I think, if you try and do that past. Oh, cryo freezed. Okay, that's a fair point. That's probably the correct one, actually. Yeah. Thank you, Leo, for the correction. I appreciate that. I think I think we'll try and get some of these, but I think if I focus on one at a time, then it makes more streams. Ideally, like, do the TV in one stream. We'll do it once. I'd probably prefer doing it with the Marine, because his accuracy means I have a better chance of dealing with enemies. But stick to my plan of using weaker guns on lesser creatures and more powerful guns on bosses. So if I get like a machine gun, I'm not going to be using that, the Patriot perhaps. I'm not going to use that on a single little bullet. No, I'm going to save that for a boss fight. Or a railgun. I'm not going to be wasting the railgun on anything but a boss. Or one of those stupid caskets that fires at all angles. Otherwise, no. We're going to save it, because bosses cannot handle the railgun's mightiness. And the bullet, by the way, the bullet in that game looks like a lot of fun. Especially if his weapon is a freaking sword. Not even a joke. Isn't his main boss or something a pig? And you fire back his shots by using a sword. Isn't it a wooden sword as well? Oh damn, we're already here. I didn't realise it'd be that quick. Alright. And it is fun to play. It is. So that's why I was very happy, because now I've done 3 of the pasts. I've got screenshots. I've proven I've done it. Very happy. And hopefully, on a stream, I'll do the pilots as well. Because I would like to do that. I'd like to do more of those. I know that that's not most popular, but at the same time, it's another one of those games I put a lot of time into, and I'd very much like to succeed. Then again, it's like Assassin's Creed. It's not about it. While I would love nothing more than to get loads of views, at the same time, I'd like to prove I've completed these games, which I have. I have proven I've done most Assassin's Creed games, actually, at this point. We go down here, I believe? Yes. Nice. Which form of donation gives you the biggest share? Streamlabs, Karina. Twitch bits, you pay a cut on that anyway, so bits, when you donate, I get the full amount, but you've already paid a bit to Twitch anyway. Subs, it's 50-50. YouTube say they take 30%, but in reality, I think it's closer to 45. They can say otherwise, but they convert the currency, and then they find a way to just take more. Karma, I could actually go further back and say Gungeon was the very first game I streamed on this channel. I streamed it 5 times, and I thoroughly enjoyed it, but I was very bad. It was before a lot of the updates for the what's it called? Farewell to Arms update? Yeah. Oh, sorry. Oh. Have you tried Kingdom or Kingdom New Lands? No, I have not. I don't have them, I don't believe. Syria de Flora. Hope you're well, by the way. Hi. So, we're in Innsbruck. Let's go somewhere else, and not Italy or France. Or there. Or there. No. Ah, I want distance. It's not very far. Not very far. You know, I'll take... I mean, we won't finish that in this stream, will I? No, I won't. The distances are trash. Let's have a look at the quick jobs. Let's just be nosy, yeah? Let's just be nosy. Mm, 515 in a... Oh, God. 517. 519. Well, that's mostly water. Oh, that's got a checkpoint. No, thank you. No. You know what? You also... Oh, careful, dog. You're knocking stuff off my bed. Okay, let's just go with this. I don't want to do this one or that one. But that one's so short. I'll take Krakow, because I honestly... That's maybe one toll booth. If I go into there, it's going to be several. I don't want to go near that. Air quotes. That little romantic hotspot. Kill me now. Which way am I going? Right. Okay. I had Kingdom Newland, good game, 2D Kingdom. Oh, okay. That's cool. That is cool. I don't have it, but that sounds cool. I think the only kingdom building game I had, or not 2D, I don't think it was. The only ones I ever played was Stronghold. I loved Stronghold. I know a lot of people liked like Age of Empires. I played that with my mate Dave a few times, but ultimately, Stronghold, yeah. Never built a kingdom though and called it Moistonia. I should do that someday, but then I'd have to go back to playing Stronghold, which I don't want to do. Oh, hang on, I'm gonna move these Lord of the Rings models before I accidentally break them. Just put them on the desk where they're not. Legolas isn't gonna get crushed. Wait, hang on. Where's Samwise? Oh dear, someone been touching my desk. Samwise Gamgee's not on my desk. That's a metal miniature. Huh. Is he under the keyboard? Is he falling down the back here? No, he's not. Okay. Someone has taken Samwise Gamgee off my desk. That's a metal miniature from like 2001 or 2 or something. Is this game enjoyable? It is for me. Yeah. And hello, Jamie Elf and Gulag Bean. Hello, Ahsoka Tano Gaming. Hope you're well. Okay. Oh, hello, dog. Oi, Spelliarmus. What do you want? Hmm? There you go. I'm giving her fuss now. You happy? Happy? Yeah, you're happy, aren't you? You know, if I put a dog bed there, you'd never move. Yeah, just thought I'd let you know. Freight. This one. Okay. Are you having issues getting on the bed? Oh, hang on. I'm going to have to help the dog. Come hither. Come hither. Come on. There we go. And up you go. Huh? I would say give thanks, but you still don't. You don't really lick, do you? Okay. Move the chair here, and put my trainers behind 2 of the wheels. Okay. Because yeah. Okay, where are we going? Round the side. Fingers crossed it's facing left. Yeah, it is. Okay, good. Ooh, that was close. Boom! I love that crank arm. That looks cool. Off we go. I don't even know what you wrote, Shard in Hand. You just retracted it before I could read it. Oh, nice car. Hang on. We're in a wood shop. And we've got a freaking Lamborghini over there. What's with the Lamborghini? I'm gonna just I just don't understand that. I need that though. I got a freaking Lamborghini in a wood shop. Come on. He's not gonna be carrying some 2x4 home, is he? Not in that anyway. Doggo, intermissions are always welcome, and steal the forklift. They are options, and the intermissions are always welcome. I'm glad they are. Glad they are. I think Wizzy, since she sat up behind me, wagging her tail, she was very happy with that intermission. The Lambo doesn't get the forklift. Damn right it doesn't. I think the forklift's more valuable. Dog lives. Oh, dog loves matter. I don't know what that means. It better not mean something inappropriate. Yeah, someone's baller selling wood. Jeez. Yeah, you know someone's rolling in the sawdust when they're making bank to have to be flexing a lime green Lambo. I mean, that's a horrific colour. If you're going to get a Lamborghini, get a decent colour. Get bright neon pink. Like the rest of the men, okay? Any other colour is absolutely inferior. Can you imagine a Lambo with a trailer on the back? I'd like to see a Lambo pulling a caravan. A big boss man must have been visiting the site. It's possible. Big possible. If he was still alive. The car boot, weirdly for a Lambo, the car boot's at the front. That car boot will at best hold someone's phone. They're very small boots at the front, because that engine is monstrous. Your dealer neighbour has a purple one. Oh, they must be part of the ballers. Man, we're all Grove Street round here. We wear green. Oh, sorry, no, that's just because I hit some branches earlier. I've still got some holly attached to my hoodie. It's actually blue. Ballers. They should be ashamed of themselves. And no, I'm not a Big Smoke fan either. I have seen that. It's weird seeing a luxurious car pulling a caravan. It would be like seeing a Rolls Royce pulling one of those pulling a trailer with a couple pigs on the back. Hello, Cohen88. Hope you're well. Frank. I don't know what that means, but hi. Exactly, Gulag Bean. I'm glad you got that. I'm glad you got that reference. I'm glad someone got it. Well, I'm sure all of you did, but one of you, maybe most of you, probably weren't down with playing along with that. Ugh. Oh. Okay. I just noticed paint on my hand. Nice. I will scrub that off when I get a chance after the stream. So, out of curiosity, what are people's plans tomorrow? Mine? I will get I'll go for a walk, get a decent walk in. I then plan to get the BitChute video, Moisky News, and main channel content done tomorrow. Oh, front trunk. Thank you, Cohen. I do appreciate that. I did not know. Yes. So I'll get those done and do patron VCs and yeah, go from there really. Do a live stream tomorrow, maybe American Truck, more than likely actually, because I'm actually feeling quite good after this stream, or during this stream. I see no reason not to continue doing this on Twitch, as I normally should be anyway. I've just gotten a little lazy of late when it comes to games that are a bit more immersive. Excuse me for the yawn. It is an obligatory stream thing. Jamie, you need coffee. Can you make me some decaf? I can't drink caffeine. Oh, that's the thing. So earlier on the bike ride, coffee relevant this is, the 3 beers I brought. One was Jafur, an IPA. Jafur? I don't know. Jai, either F or P, and then UR. Quite nice, I had that. I gave a friend of the family another IPA, don't know what it was. It's a DDH IPA, the one I had, so double dry hopped. And I gave the brother-in-law a an espresso milk stout. But he did admit it just tasted like a stout. He couldn't taste the coffee, and I was really annoyed because I know he doesn't like stout that much. So I was trying to do him dirty, and it backfired. Probably. Oh, hang on. I've been watching a few of your Comment Cop videos. Wait, who? I don't do Comment Cop. I do Content Constable though. Comment Cop, believe it or not, is something someone does, but not for me. Pretty funny, especially with his. Oh right, I misread your comment, Leo. My apologies. You've been watching Comment Cop. My apologies. I've actually seen his videos. They're alright. And yes, I saw the 2020 election prediction. To be fair, I thought Trump would win as well, because I couldn't see how someone who did not campaign or fumbled their words so much could win. But you know what? I take the L. And hello, Joe. Hope you're well. By the way, Joe, Leona took forever to get food because she's lazy. You know what to do. Planning to stream in the morning, Karma. Good. Stream more. I saw you've hit 102 followers. Congratulations. Cohen, you'll be asleep during the day, going to a night shift in about 30 minutes. F. I used to work nights. I do not envy that. Tomorrow you'll be preparing for the week's work. Lunches for hubby and I. Ah. That's cool. Always nice to be prepared. You should be very proud of that. All the yelling. Yeah, so Jamie, if you couldn't tell, Leona there, Wildling Darling, she's ginger. And they're so aggressive. It's like they can't control it. I don't understand why they're so angry with the world. It's almost as if they know they're unnatural. Ah, dear. Wonder how many more times I can give a stick like that. Oh, hang on. Stay on track. There we go. I just moved a trainer and jammed it under my chair a little better. Yeah, that's actually holding better. So I was veering a bit, but only because I was stabilizing my chair. I'm actually going to pause and stabilize the other side, because I genuinely cannot put up with this moving anymore. It's doing my head in. There we go. We shall have words. Sure. Yes. Too much fun. Right. Ah, now the chair's not moving. Now I'm happy. The chair's not in the position I'd rather have it, but you know what? I'll settle for an awkward angle of about 2 degrees to having a chair constantly moving. Anyway. Chances are, by the way, with the video stuff, I tried to do this last Sunday, and I only managed to get one thing done. That was the BitChute video, and I did that in the evening. I have this weird thing in the mornings where I lose motivation. I have to get into the groove, and then once I'm there, I'm like, oh, this is good. We'll just keep going. Fingers crossed. I don't. You spelt master wrong. That's right. Damn right. It's my title as well, technically. That's it. Call me master. Wheels don't have locks. No, these casters don't have locks. No, they don't. I'm not a... I mean, the chair's fairly expensive, but it's not that expensive. It's fine. Trainers can simply go under each one of the like leg areas, slot them under 2 of them, and one on either side, and you're golden anyway. We're not moving, so I consider that a win. I'm going to have another sip of water. So do forgive me. Stay hydrated, kids. That is weird. That is weird. I know. But I'm okay with this. Oh, I forgot to put the Daft truck on my desk. I forgot to put the mascot there. My apologies. I'll try and remember that next time. We cannot be doing our streams without our mascot. Our mascot is life. I'll be honest, calling me Master is nowhere near as bad as calling me, and you're going to hate me for this, Daddy. So, I think it's fine. And yes, you do. You need to hydrate to concentrate. Thank you, Gulag Bean. I have hydrated. I am feeling refreshed. Feeling good. Yeah. Buzzing. I was hoping to do some Warhammer today, actually, but again, I'm having to wait for the Lord of the Rings models that I want to paint because I don't have the paints I need. I've got mostly metallic paints for the Custodes I did, so I need to acquire some greens, some browns, some reds, so I could do the weapons, but I don't want to I need to also do some, get a base coat done on them. I want to finish up some filing, but also Erkenbrand, the Rohan guy I bought as well. He's made a fine cast, so I had to order some super glue just for that. And that's not even a guarantee that the super glue will hold, but I might, after this stream, quickly have a crack at one of them and see if it does hold. It's a nightmare to use, though. That's the problem. Fine cast is such a disgusting thing to use. I will throw rocks at you. Noticed. Noted. Grateful. I'm getting stoned, everyone. I'm so lucky. It's not even the fun type. Or is it? Ah. I'm not saying you shouldn't have given that away, but in hindsight, perhaps you shouldn't have given that away. Look what I did. I did nothing. I did nothing. Anyway, back to the Warhammer. So I had, when I opened up my hobby box that I used for all my paints and brushes and glues and saws and files, although my files are missing, so I'll have to buy some new ones at the end of the month, except for my original Warhammer ones that are trash. I found my original miniature of Gollum, which I had done cellulose thinner on, so he's clean. It's metal. Frodo, but without sting, so it's a sword handle and hilt. Nice. Samwise, who's missing on my... He was on my desk. I know where I put him, so I may well have to look on my bed quickly after the stream, or tomorrow go knucking futs on my nieces because they're the only people dumb enough to touch him. And Aragorn, but the original Aragorn compared to the plastic one I got in the 3 Hunter set is nowhere near as cool. But at least on the metal version he has facial hair. I've got to have to paint facial hair on the other one, which I don't like doing. But I need to straighten the sword out for him and go from there. It's basically the pose he has is like is standing in front of the hobbits at oh, what was it called? I don't know what the area was called where the wraiths stab Frodo. That old watchtower place. I can't remember the name. And yeah, it's nice. I might acquire some other miniatures next month if I've got the money after buying some paints. But I'll look at, first of all, I'll go on Games Workshop, see what paints they recommend, buy those, and if I don't believe I can achieve a better quality with what they've offered, then I will acquire other shades accordingly. But there'll be a project over a period of months because I'm not rushing to do things anymore. I'm not in a hurry, and I'm quite excited to do those 3 and the Rider of Rohan. I'd very much like to do King Earl, or Eorl, E-O-R-L. I don't know how to pronounce that, I'm afraid. He's the first king of Rohan, but also any other character from Rohan first, and then do some core miniatures, some riders of Rohan. Just loads. Why not? Let's have some fun. And don't forget, those horses don't have to be the same. They got different colour, different stripes. Offers up opportunity to have a really diverse pool of horsies. Hell, I've got one here for Erkenbrand, and I'm not entirely sure what colour I'm going to go with. Brown will be the easiest, so that will probably be what I end up doing, just so I'm comfortable painting these other colours, because I haven't painted them in a long time. And fine cast is a dodgy material to paint, so they will have to be sprayed over first. I've also noticed on his horse-mounted version, his sword is bent. You have to warm them. You have to make fine cast, malleable. You have to warm it up in water first. So I can't be arsed. This is such a massive effort for inferior production quality. You can say it's amazing, really, but it's not. They know this because they had to switch back to the regular plastic. Get good, scrubs. How long do we have? Okay, we'll take this rest stop that's coming up. We need it anyway, so we may as well take advantage of it. We might need some fuel. Might top... Nah, no. Actually, yeah, it's just over halfway, so we may as well take that as well. Makes things a bit easier, at least. So a threat on Funko Pops. A threat on Funko Pops. I would say, for the sake of it, I take no issue with Funko Pops. For some reason, because I have a subscription to my Geek Box. Over the years, I've acquired a lot, but I have one complete collection, only one, and that's the Endgame Avengers in their time travel suits. And that includes all the additional ones you had to get to complete the set, and the limited ones as well. Otherwise, I don't. Yeah, no, I don't. And they're all in, well, half of them are in the hard plastic cases to protect them. Right, so we go to sleep over there, do we? Okay. GTA got boring. Got's an interesting word. I felt it got boring the moment they introduced flying bikes, and I could no longer just simply drive to a location to, well, go hide in my house. Ugh, hang on, let me just move my neck a little. Oh, hang on. Oh, Doggo's going to sleep, it's fine. Just gonna stretch fingers as well. Oh, it's better. I suppose my neck was getting sore from leaning too far forward. That is a me problem, I know. Yeah, well, I intentionally chose that set, Karina. I'm quite a fan of Phase 1 to 3. I was very, I was invested, and then I sort of walked away. But then again, I got the Infinity Gauntlets on a shelf as well, so obviously a nerd. But back to the Warhammer thing. So having those to work with, it's going to be fun. I will post updates on my Discord server in the War Room. I think it's more appropriate for Warhammer, especially. I think, and yeah, that'll be nearer to when I've actually acquired things. Until then, I have no need to do anything really, and I need to find my. I know I had a decent set of files. I assume my brother-in-law has my files because they're decent. They were anyway long ago. I'll have to look for a decent set after the stream, just so I know what I'm looking for realistically. Like, the distance between each ridge is so important, and people don't get this. Shape is important. It's, I don't know, a lot of people don't get it when they do Warhammer. more casual painters, they're happy to have burrs that they've created from pushing too hard. You don't have to. Take your time. You're not in a hurry to finish something. Oh, but I have to build this army. Okay, build your army. But I won't get it done in time. Then you're the idiot that set the goal. I don't have a goal. I would very much like to take the glass cabinet I have on my wall and replace it with miniatures that are painted to a higher standard than the models in the cabinet. That cabinet is all gold right now. And they look good, but incomplete. I never finished the weapons because I can't stand force weapons. I hate them. And yet I chose the miniatures because I wanted to get back into painting. But the standard isn't as good as I'd like it to be. So I will simply come back to it at a later date. But right now, my attention is on Lord of the Rings because I don't know. I've gotten into it again. And the models are smaller. They're very complicated to muck around with. Couldn't get your friends. Couldn't get into Warhammer. That's fair. Nothing wrong with that at all. And I kind of go through in and out, and for me it was more of a challenge for the year to get more involved in hobbies that I've been involved in for years by simply getting back into it. And when I bought the 3 hunters, so Aragorn, Legolas and Gimli, legit, the only reason I wanted it was because I wanted Gimli. I built them last weekend. They turned out really well. And I'm looking forward to getting them done, or starting them. But I need to finish filing first. I want to get some green stuff, putty ideally, or liquid green stuff. Fill in a few cracks here and there, just a few. Make them smooth, seamless, base coat it. See, I'm not in a rush to paint. You need to make sure the models are ready. And this takes time. This could take days, could take weeks, just for 3 miniatures. Doesn't matter. I haven't been listening on the Warhammer podcast for the DN. I don't actually listen to any of this stuff. I pay. To give this some context, Leo. I pay no attention. No idea. No iota of attention, even. I pay no attention to anything they do or say. Because I really don't care about them. And this sounds really weird for someone who's such a big fan. When I finally got to go to Warhammer World, I was so excited. But in reality, the moment I stepped inside, I stopped caring. I really didn't care. Because I just wanted to go there to say I've been there. I don't actually care about going there. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just a strange thing for me. I like to be a solo and not involved in things. And I've told people the story about what I've done to troll people at Games Workshop before. I'll happily briefly mention it here, I guess, where I went to an event in Norwich in their old shop. It was a conversion event day. They had a box full of bits. You had to make something, paint it. The most creative one, and I simply picked up a miniature of Gimli, painted it. No one knew that that's what I'd done. I wanted to keep that miniature, by the way, because it's actually my favourite pose. Him just stood there with leaning on an axe. That looks cool. And I said, it's the coolest model, it's the strongest model. Prove me wrong. It's Gimli, come on. You don't have a chance against Gimli. The might of... I'm going to have to clear my throat, to apologise. The might of the Gimli shall not be beaten easily. The story is a little more elaborate, by the way. I don't need to elaborate too much. I almost got banned from the shop after arguing with the store manager over glue, because they said their stringy inferior glue was the correct glue and they wasn't sure what was in poly cement, a glue they have used for decades. To which I simply waved a master's degree and said, I could tell you if you like. Or me, swearing every so often because I'm a bit of a dick. But this is all well established at this point, so it doesn't matter too much. Okay. I don't think I've been to a Warhammer store in, oh, maybe a decade now, actually. Beyond the Warhammer world, I genuinely haven't gone to a proper Games Workshop shop, because the nearest one to me is in Canterbury, I think. I don't even know where it is, and I also don't really care to go. I might one day go, when lockdowns are over, just because that freedom. I legit wanted, I just want to go outside a bit more and be free, go to the gym, go to work, go back to normal, right? And I think going to a shop, hell, even doing some shopping outside rather than just online would be more fun. It's nice to get parcels and all that, but just go to the shop and buy it yourself? Yeah, how about we do that now? Because I'm kind of done with this. With all this. And also, it would help the high street a little. I'm more than happy to help the high street at this present moment, because I think it's suffered enough, and as excited as I am to get my next little self-employment income support scheme payment... No, I'm going now. I'm going now. Oops. 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 As excited as I am to get one, I would rather work to earn my money. And that money will all just go on my tax bill anyway. I'll do my taxes the moment I get it and be like, huh, that's how much I have to pay. Cool. Pays off chunk. Sorted! We're quit gen, mate. Nice. Clear? Clear. Okay. Canterbury is in Kent, yes. But there is no Games Workshop anywhere near me. That is the nearest. Kent is quite a barren place for Games Workshop shops. Dealers, there are some. Yes, there are a few in the towns littered around me, in fact. But they only carry a certain amount of things, and it'll only be the hot like items of the month or something. They won't have any. For example, I only started doing custodies because I saw one box they had. One box. And I was like, alright then, I'll buy that one box of custodies, and I carried on from there. It's this one, yeah. Oh no, we do actually need the lights on, the sun's going down, isn't it? The only annoyance about Games Workshop stores now, and if anyone does, hello Yoshi Rabbit, and you went to Canterbury University, that's cool. Although that thing is kind of spread everywhere, isn't it? Yes. Although I will admit, I went to that campus before I went to UEA in Norwich. That campus is massive. So, the Games Workshop stores now, and back when I last went in, they're very much driven by targets, and so the employees have to sell things. And that makes it really irritating for me. I just want to... I don't even... sometimes won't know what I want. And to be put in a position where, oh, you know, you might want this or this. And I'm like, you're putting it on me. I'm not as interested in people putting something in my face. I've always wanted to buy one of the £50 box sets they used to do, because I'd never bought one. Always wanted to buy one, and I still haven't. I would love to do that one day. That would be nice. Sounds really silly, but, you know, it's just... I enjoy that stuff. I think if I ever do go in, though, I need to work out what it is I want before I go in. At least I guess they get the sale. I know what I'm looking for at the same time. Although at the same time, if they don't have what I'm looking for, I'm going to be really irritated. So sticking with Lord of the Rings might be the best option in retrospect. Yeah, I might end up doing some Lord of the Rings and then do some Hobbit, you know, from the miniature series, not the movie, I know. But the miniatures do look nice. There are some interesting figurines. Miniature for Azog the Defiler looks good. Something to consider at least, because I might I did say when lockdown ended, the first thing I'd do is go to Canterbury, just go to Yo Sushi. I mean, I'd like to do that. That would be nice. But I'm the only person that would eat sushi in my house. My older sister, no. My youngest, the one sister that lives here with me, other one, sorry. She doesn't like fish. She wouldn't eat any of it. Probably wouldn't even try the chicken spring rolls or anything. I think my youngest sister, she won't try it. And I don't think the brother-in-law would either. Which would be unfortunate. So I don't really mind. I'd probably just go on my own. It'd be fun. The sales tactics sucked. I had to do it when I worked at a resort, though I was selling huckleberry candy. See, it's still driving. I mean, it's productivity and all that. I get it, right? I really do. But at the same time, I don't need you there. And this is gonna sound really arrogant, but I know I'm smarter than them. I know what I'm looking for, and I know why I'm looking for it. I really don't need someone then to tell me that they know better. It's not. It is a case of, in this instance, almost as if the customer knows best. Because I really do. I just. There's a reluctance on my part to engage within the community. Yeah, Joe. I can fully understand you missing it of all the people, I guess, because you don't get. Well, at least I get to go outside for a walk, right? No sushi. Yeah, I think it's just one of those things, you know, if you've lived so close to the breadline for so long, you don't venture beyond your boundary too often. From time to time, we do try new things here, but they'll inevitably fall back on things that make them more comfortable, and I can fully respect that. Because, you know, if you know it's okay, then why try something different? I tried sushi because it was like an offer from, oddly enough, Joe to hang out, and yeah, I loved it. Good fun. Next time I know Ed's paying, though, I'm definitely going to take advantage. I'm kidding. I wouldn't do that. Actually, I would. I take that back. I might hit up Canterbury. I said I would anyway for the sushi, but maybe just to hit up a few shops here and there and look around a bit more. I don't really care for shopping that much, by the way, but it would be interesting. Just put some money aside and just go out for a day. Maybe make it a point to drag the family along, go on a train journey and just chill. But then, since if that happens, a number of children will inevitably join. It's going to be messy. It's going to be stressful for them. Not me. I'll just avoid the McDonald's they'll inevitably go towards. Yeah, you guys go enjoy your McDonald's. I'll just go around the corner and down that street and get some better food. I'd probably also go into that British tourist shop that was nearby that had landmarks for London in. You're in Canterbury, next to a freaking cathedral and other various little relic things, and you're like, no, mate. Here, have Big Ben. That's what you really want as a tourist in Canterbury. Alright. I don't recall seeing Big Ben here, but thank you for the enlightenment. I'm sorry, by the way, to those who I've now sent a unnecessary wave of craving through for sushi. I do apologise. I think we've all suffered enough, some more than others, of course. And hopefully this year will change for the better for the majority of us that have, quite frankly, had enough of the rather shite situation and circumstances that many have had to endure, and that included having your own freedoms taken away, which I cannot endorse at all. I didn't support it. I understood why I did not endorse it. think another thing I'd like to do when lockdown ends is take one of my drones out. Although the two drones I've normally had kind of falling apart. I've got one in a drawer under my desk, and I bought it just before lockdown. I bought it just before, and I was so excited. But lockdown happened, and flying a drone around my town is a bit... it stands out a little. So I couldn't do it. Or on the sea coast or anything like that. I couldn't do that. So it would be nice to do that. Because I used to fly lots of remote control helicopters and drones, because I can fly them in the wind. I'm very good at that. But I couldn't do it because they stand out. Oh, jeez. Really? I'm hoping you noticed. Not the blue car that hit my side that I didn't get fined for, but the fact the white car that was in front of me hit the brakes. No, you now can't pass me. You actually... No, you try. I will stop you. I'm going to stop you every single time now. He literally hit the brake and forced me. Will we have flying cars? Flying cars making your drone useless. It's true. My drone will be useless. Full body jacked? No, I didn't. I just noticed the brake, made a weird noise, and swerved. He hit the brakes a bit hard. And I think it's because of this bus, actually. So I do believe that was why I had to hit the brake, well, swerve into a different lane. What kind of drones are they? So, I have my beginner one still, which is a polystyrene with very spindly legs, polystyrene legs as well, quadcopter. I've had that. My mum got it for me. It was my very first one. I had to replace the engine on two of the wings, which, by the way, was one hell of a learning experience for me. I was very proud when I fixed it, because that's really light and struggles in the wind, okay? I would stand in the garden flying that thing, I'd recharge it, and then go back outside again. And that was when I first started on YouTube. My mum had planned to get me another, because I'd gotten back into them. She planned to get me another one for the Christmas when she passed. My sisters then went and got it for me. And I've still got it, but two of the motors are done. So I bought another, which, I mean, it's just in the drawer under here. I could reach in here and grab it. Is it there? Yes, that is a mouse. Where are you? Hoe bag. Oh, there you are. You're under the PlayStation controller. It's made by Eagle. It is. I bought it from Mankind. It's probably also quite cheap, but it folds away, which is why I got it. I would like to get something better, of course, and more expensive and stable. But in reality, if I can maintain flight comfortably and quite smoothly in a quadcopter or drone of any kind that's cheap, in the wind that we get, then I'm already a proficient pilot. I don't need something more expensive. I just need to be more comfortable with the new one because I haven't had a chance to fly it. I mean, someone could now say, but you could fly it at home if you want in your garden. I could. In fact, that's a very good point. But I won't, because I have nieces and I know what they're like. I also have neighbours, and one of them's a bit of a dick. So it's just one of those. Be a bit more aware. So I'd like to take it to a field and have a fly around a field. There is a field near where I live, a farmer's field. Fly around there, link to my phone. I'd like to try that, but I haven't been able to because of this lockdown. Fingers crossed, though, I do get to try it at some point soon. That would be quite nice. Because I'd like to take some pictures and video. We also, my brother-in-law plan, on our bike ride, we found this really old cottage-style pub in a village. And we were like, when lockdown ends and that pub's open, we're going there for a pint. I haven't been to a pub as a customer since I was at university. And I'd like to do that. Also, local business. You've got to support them a little bit, And I know everyone likes to say, oh yes, but Amazon or random online retailer. But right now, because of what's happened, we have to help them as much as we can. Even if if you can't afford it, that makes sense. But I'm more than happy to go pay for a pint in a pub or go buy some Games Workshop in person, which probably won't be too much more expensive than online, to be honest. At all, in fact. Or, buy things that would be cheaper on Amazon from another shop. It's fine. I think it's a small thing that we do need to help out a little. People might say, now, yeah, but the market's changing. Yes, and that impacts employment because the market changed and made so many people redundant. I'm not okay with this. While I don't support stagnant markets, I do think at the same time there has to be a healthy transition and not one that many consider a great reset. Oh, right. Let's get off this corner. Well, this is a long corner, isn't it? Give me a straight. This might look strange, but there is a reason for this. Because we have finished. We have hit the 2-hour mark of this stream. I am now going to go and sort out a few things. I think I have to feed the rabbit. Thank you very much for joining. I do appreciate this. If you haven't, please consider smashing like. Have a lovely evening and weekend. I will be on Twitch tomorrow. If you're interested, by all means, go find me. So I will see you all next week. Fingers crossed for